we're going to score cognition. You do have this, if you're not cheating, you do have this. But don't look at your paper yet. But Joy, I'm glad you had looked at that because I thought I had done a chart. But turn it face down. I thought I had done a chart, so I'm glad to see that I had. It's a different handout. So don't look yet. I want you to do it on your own. So this is step number 1. I'm going to put a little Y up here for year. Okay, this is a young child. So we've got 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. If you don't understand what I've written up here, please tell me because you've got to understand this first. And if I didn't realize most of you have never even held a manual, so I don't want to get. I want task analysis, and I don't want to get way above in this task analysis. Do you understand what this is on the chart? Okay.
No.
All right. Thank you, Abida. I mean, I want you to tell me.
Yeah.
Let me see your book list there.
This is the time to discuss this.
Okay, so in this book you're going to get. You find the cognition section. Thank you, Lynn, for getting the books, or whoever did that. You're going to go to cognition section 0 to 1, and that starts on page 1. So we are scoring this section. Well, I already scored it. And this section has, birth to 1, 0 to 1, has 20 objectives in it. So we're going to be scoring 0 to 1, 1 to 2,
Oh, okay.
2 to 3. Right, if you've never seen the manual, I'm speaking Greek, and I realize that. So I don't want to talk Greek to you. Okay. Maybe. I know she's tired of me. Sorry. Okay. Now I had a, well, I won't answer that question now. This may be, if this child is 30, or her chronological age is 31 months. Okay, that's her chronological age. You need to know that. CA is chronological age. And this is probably the second time you've done the administration or the third. Okay, this is not an initial because I won't have enough gaps on an initial. You'll understand when I talk about gaps in a minute. So you've assessed her on this assessment, maybe on the 0 to 1, she hadn't mastered skills the last time you did it, so you went back and checked, and she had. So 0 to 1, this little girl had mastered 14 of the 20 skills.
Wait a minute. Okay.
On 1 to 2, she had mastered 15 of the 17 skills. On year 3, she had mastered 9 of the 21 skills. I wrote that long line because I'm trying to make it big fractions. Your next step, step 1, you figured the percentage for each of those. Y'all can do that on your phones. Let's just see if you get what I did. You got the percentages? Okay. So she had mastered 70%, 0 to 1. She had mastered 88%. Amanda, I'm gonna borrow Joey's. It's already done. Oh, he's right on this. Never mind. I got it. And she had mastered 43% of 2 to 3. If you didn't get that, ask your neighbor, because I don't want you to have to ask out. It's just a percentage, okay? That is step 1. Now think about the example I showed you when we first started, and they used a standardized instrument that was visually biased. You wouldn't have these scores. Okay. On step 2, we are going to get the percentage of this whole cognitive level. And you have this all on those yellow sheets. So this is step number 2. So she had, and I'm writing it horizontal, and it's going to look like a fraction, but it's not a fraction. If you want to write it in rows, whatever works best for you. She had 14 out of 20 plus 15 out of 17 plus 9 out of 21. This is not a fraction. You are not having to find common denominators down here. You are adding up these two numbers and these two numbers. And you should end up with 38 over 58. And I need to know that percentage. 66, good. I'm just going to write it right here, knowing that y'all have it where you can read it better. Okay. She's mastered 66% of the 0 to 3 skills in cognition. So this is exactly what I said had been eyeballed on this chart, only I didn't eyeball it. That's a mathematical, I'm going back. That's a mathematical figure. Okay, so I'm real happy with that. Only Lynn has to have a age level for reporting purposes, for grant purposes, for documentation, and you know, data and all, you know all that. Just like we have to do in school. So, step 3. Step 3 is to compute the functional. I don't know if we're using the word functional or developmental. No, we're not using developmental.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Functional age. And she is going to change the profile to have functional age at the top. Okay? Don't worry about that right now. So to compute the functional age, we're going to have to make 66 a decimal, a fraction. We multiply 0.66 times her chronological age, which was 31, and you are going to get a month level. Oh wait, was it 31 or 36?
31.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I told you wrong. You multiply it by 36. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm glad I caught my error. Let me talk about that a minute. You tested or evaluated up to the 3rd year level, right?
Right.
You caught my mistake, didn't you, Terry? Thank you.
No, I just.
Okay, I know. I was
speaking.
I was thinking chronological age, and I'm sorry. I'm glad I caught it though, because it's critical. You tested up to her 3-year level, so you are going to use 36 months. What if you had tested up to her 4-year level?
48.
Critical mistake I made there. I'm so sorry. And you're going to end up, I did it on the calculator, you're going to end up with this. What did you end up with, 22? Did you end up with 2276? Okay, well, my paper's wrong then. Y'all sure?
Yeah.
36 times 66, you got 2376. Oh, I can't read my own handwriting there, because I have the right answer. I'm gonna let you fix it on your yellow sheet in just a minute. So her functional age is 24 months. Y'all see how I got that? Please remind me to make compute. I have the right answer, I just can't read what I wrote. Good as that. I'm gonna let you fix that on that yellow sheet, so don't let me forget. Okay? So do you see how Amanda's scored cognition or filled in the chart for cognition? These gaps, there's 3 up there. She's only 31 months, so this is kind of where we get flexible. These 2 gaps in cognition drive your IPP goals. Just like needs drive the IEP goals, these gaps drive the IPP goals. If they're doable, I'm not saying you might run across 1 of 2 of those that your child is never going to do, move on. But you need to look, whatever these are that child cannot achieve, if they're doable, they drive your goals. Okay, she was 31 months. But if there are things up here that you want to work on, you can use them. I'm not saying you can't use them, but you just need to be sure that these are being addressed. Okay? All right, you're going to do one by yourself.
So that first column, that says like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months,
Uh-huh.
what is that referring?
The actual, okay, so if she had mastered, this was 70%, you could kind of go across here and eyeball her functional age at that level. See, they designed this instrument not to be used the way we're using it. Y'all got it? So it's all supposed to be percentages or needs. It's not hung up on the age, but we have to get a measure.
And Libby, tell me if this is okay, but I put chronological age over here.
Yes,
31 months old.
yes, thank you.
I drew a line, and I typically just draw it
All the way across.
so that parents can see these are skills she has
Very
that
good,
she
Amanda,
should
thank
have. These are gaps that we'd like to fill in because they're younger. They're things that kids typically would have that are younger than her. And if she has skills that go above this line, that's a great time to celebrate, saying this is an area of strength, even if she has some gaps. It can still be an area of strength, and then we'll still work on these gaps, that kind of thing. So just to give them a guide.
Yeah, and I go all the way across.
All the way
and sometimes
across,
I put
yep.
adjusted age on there because I've had babies that were born so early. And,
If that's 3,
Rewind, 31 months.
the line,
How come the line is there?
that's how old she is, 31 months.
I know, but the line is on 9 months.
No, it's not. It's on 1, 2.
7 months.
Okay.
Two
This
years
is
plus
20.
7.
This is
Well,
20.
24.
Okay, wait. Good, Lisa, good.
Yeah.
Good. Y'all need to
Yeah.
understand this. And like I said, it is so easy to me, but look how old I am and how long I've done it. So this is, good question, Lisa. All right, Amanda's showing you.
That's who you
Okay, so she's 31 months old or 2 years, 7 months old. Is
This
that
is-
math correct? Double check.
This is 12 months. This is 24 months.
Because it's 2 years
This
old.
is 36 months.
Gotcha.
Okay, pull that down.
All right,
Absolutely.
I'm with you now, okay.
Okay, so this is, now this is 48 months. Okay, I just want to say this now before I forget.
These are-
If you have a child who is very, what's the second one? In language, is maybe way up here. If you move beyond the age level ceiling in one area, you must do it in every area. I cannot emphasize that more than beating my hand together. You must compare apples to apples. So if you decide, I need to show mom, or I want to report to Lynn how advanced he is in language, and although she's 31 months, she's got language. If you assess language up to the 48-month level, 48, right? 48-month level, you must assess every domain, and then you are computing her age at 48 levels. Her functional age is 48. Okay.
In every domain.
Yeah. All right, so there was a question, Lynn, but I forgot it. We'll go back. It'll come back. Let's just look at it. Okay, now you're going to compute language on your own.
So let me ask you, I heard you say about the one area, then I have to do, so am I doing every area every time anyway?
Yes.
Okay. But if it's higher, then I have to do it anyway.
But typically, I mean,
You're gonna do it anyway.
I don't want to don't make this harder than it is. She's 31 months, the ceiling on 31 months, and that's not ceiling like on a normative assessment. I mean, the age ceiling is 36 months. You assess every area at 36 months. If you choose to go higher, then you must assess every domain, every skill area at 48 months. Now, the instrument can be manipulated for yourself if you want to show strength in language and not report it. But once you report one area at 48 months, the whole score has to, the whole developmental, the whole functional age has to be on that level. When you see the instrument, when you see the instrument and we score it this afternoon, it may become clearer. Okay, Lynn? Okay, so now you're going to do language on your own. Please don't let me forget to correct that error.